Say, man, for those select few that are already initiated, you should already know what's coming next. And for those of you that aren't, just chill. So we're gonna get to that other shit in a minute. But you gotta understand that everything is vibration. So before we do anything else, we just gon' vibe. With the right one. It's about that time to just open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind. One time. What it was, y'all. Y'all should already know who it is. If not, here I go. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge of Self. And this right here, this ain't shit but some cosmic insight, man. And sorry, man, that was lovely, right? And we ain't trying to waste nobody's time because some people looking to couple up. And that's what we're going to talk about here. Because this right here, this a little something about those people that have Venus in the 7th house of their natal chart. And before we actually get to that, let me tell you what I'm going to do first. First, I'm going to give you all the information about Venus. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about the energy that comes along with it and how it might affect you. Then after that, I'm going to give y'all a quick breakdown of what the 7th house of the astrological chart is actually all about. Then after that, we're going to bring it to a culmination. So without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get it cracking. So Venus. Venus is the second planet from the sun. It's never more than 47 degrees away from the sun. It's feminine energetically. It rules the signs of Taurus and Libra, as well as the 2nd and the 7th houses of the astrological chart. And so for me, y'all, Venus is all about pleasure, especially the pleasure that's shared with somebody else in particular. This planet concerns itself with love, romance, harmony, money, marriages, and friendships, business partnerships, and beauty too. And, you know, Venus is about spreading happiness and tenderness, and at the same time teaching us to love and appreciate the things that we possess. It's all about the arts and each one of our individual sense of the aesthetic. And Venus really wants us to indulge our senses and really revel in the beauty of the universe, man. And, you know, it's inextricably linked for me to culture, charm, grace and class, and, Venus luxuries of all kinds are pleasing to it. And it really wants us to appreciate the exquisite nature of things. And when you're dealing with Venus, this is an extremely sensual, not necessarily sexual, but an extremely sensual world. I'll take it from somebody who Venus happens to be my chart ruler. And so when we're talking about the 7th house of the astrological chart, the 7th house is commonly referred to as the house of partnerships, because it's with this house that we see a shift away from self toward another. And by cooperating with and relating to another, we unite for the purpose of achieving something greater, which is pretty much what happens here. Because the 7th, it shows us that partnerships can take on many forms, man, like marriage, business partnerships, legal contracts, negotiations, and agreements, and really how shit will go to a certain extent with all of that. And it's here that we also, answer questions like, why do we choose particular, relationships? Is it for love? Is it for money, or other practical reasons, or even social considerations, man? There are many reasons for uniting with another person, and it's usually to find balance or to fill a void within ourselves. But either way, man, the 7th wants to know the quality of our partnerships, and they want us to know that those quality of those partnerships can really greatly enhance our experience on this plane. And even the tensions that are within a partnership can really serve also to teach us major lessons. And any planets placed here can really speak to the energies that we have to work with in that area of life, whether positive or negative, man, And also what you have to understand is a lot of the qualities of planets that are placed in the 7th house, they're not going to be readily available to the individual. These are something that they really don't identify in themselves. So, they look for them in other people, and they even project them onto others, man. And also understand that this is the opposite of the 1st house. The 1st house is the house of self, man. And the 1st house contains the ascendant, where the 7th house, it contains the descendant. And the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th, these are these are not karmic houses. These are angular houses. These are some of the most important houses in the chart. And so when we're talking about having Venus in the 7th, man, let's keep in mind that this is going to be an awesome placement for Venus because she's at home here. And when I see it placed here in the chart, I'm interpreting it suggests really a happy marriage and a person who really just strives for harmony and balance in their relationships. And if Venus ain't afflicted, man, their spouse or partner is probably usually a very charming, attractive, and even a well-to-do person in a lot of cases, man. And more than anything else, though, this placement indicates a person who functions best when they pair up with another person. And, the 7th house Venus people, they don't like to do shit alone, man. They don't. And, which that can definitely be one of their weaknesses at some points in time, man. And we'll get to that in a minute, but let's look at the positives first, okay? Well, having Venus here, when I think about it, it really supports the native in finding the person of their dreams and, living happily ever after. That's really what this is all about. And since the 7th is also all about projection, man, and reflection, best believe they're going to be attracted to a partner that embodies all of those beautiful Venetian qualities, man, if you know what I mean. And Venus in the 7th people usually get ample opportunity to marry as well. So if that's your thing, this is a good placement if you got it. And these folks really do, besides one another, they have a charming and harmonious nature that really just captivates people. And if they decide that they fool with you, they're not just trying to make sure you're all right. Okay. They want you to be good. You understand? They want you to prosper. And 9 times out of 10, they will do everything in their power to put you in a position to win. And I ain't just talking about in their sexual relationships either, okay? Their close friends are also extremely important to them, man. They ride for them. This is somebody that if they're your best friend, you know it. And these are also the type of people whose emotional bonds just really mean the most to them. And they put an emphasis on intimacy in all of their relationships because they want partnerships where the give and the receive are really in balance. Okay. And if you want to look at it even further, let me say this, man. Venus in the seventh, folks, they really typically come across as charming and lovely, and people love them. People love them, man. And they make really good PR people if that's something they want to look at, and things like that, man. And this one's usually also a really freaking awesome placement for lawyers and financial advisors and counselors too. Man. And if Venus is an afflicted and it's got some harmonious aspects going, this usually gives them luck in all their legal matters too. So that's definitely another plus if you're a person like myself. But I ain't got Venus in the seventh, man. I got Venus in the 10th. And, I can also say if there's some harmonious aspects going on, they could really profit from developing a business partnership of some kind, because this also indicates that they just work better when they have someone to work with and support them and bounce ideas off of, man. And hey, if they can do a joint business venture with somebody that's not a fucking snake, it's going to be extremely profitable for them. And on another note, man, Venus can also indicate what makes us feel loved. And the problem is, seventh house Venus kind of suggests that they only truly feel loved and worthy when they're with somebody. And that can cause all kinds of issues, man. For this placement, man, happiness alone is like the great challenge. It's something that's almost unattainable. It's like they need that feeling that they belong to someone. And, if their Venus is in Capricorn or in Virgo or Scorpio, it's probably going to be even that much worse, man. Because, she doesn't really feel comfortable, there. Venus don't feel comfortable there. And, the same goes if there's some harder aspects going on. And what it really boils down to with this one, man, is that, they just want somebody to see them as beautiful and worthy in order for them to feel beautiful and fucking worthy, which, can always be a trap, because then they depend on others for their worth and their validation. And I don't respect that, man. You're beautiful without anybody else's opinion, as long as you're beautiful. Okay. And you're worthy. You're worthy, and you shouldn't be looking for it in somebody else's eyes or in a relationship, okay? The quality of your relationship, the fact that you're in a relationship, that doesn't have to be based up above your life. But hey, who am I, okay? And I also want to say that in some of the most extreme cases, man, Venus in the seventh house can really signify a relationship addict too. And I shouldn't have to tell you that can be some bullshit in itself, man. Find balance and peace within yourself first. And then, others, won't matter so much. But when others won't matter so much, that's when you're able to find someone of true quality. Don't be searching, okay? Don't be chasing waterfalls, okay? Sit your ass down somewhere. But either way, just because you built like that, man, you don't have to build like that, okay? It doesn't matter where your Venus is. It doesn't matter where any of your placements are. You don't have to feed into the negative traits. You don't have to feed into the positive traits if you ain't trying to do that. We all have all of this energy available to us. What you do with it is what you do with it. And even beyond that, it's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. And that's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, man. And that's some priceless knowledge in itself. There's been some priceless knowledge of self. I appreciate all the love and support. If y'all are interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below, or you can email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Hey, also, if y'all are interested in the merch, you can do the same thing. Hey, man, y'all like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell icon if you're interested, and if you want to be notified when I drop some hot shit. Hey, man, y'all like this if y'all ain't fucking disliking it. That's something that means something to me, okay? But it is what it is. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all are awesome, man. I'm going to be here to teach every time I get a chance, man. I'm so motivated. I talk a lot of trash, but that's me. And it ain't nothing but love. That's who I am. If I don't talk shit to you, that means I don't like you. That's another news you can use about Roddy. Okay? I love everybody, man. I'm going to be back in a minute with a little something about those people that have Venus in the second house of their natal chart. We staying at home. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with it. We're talking a minute.